managed to capture at least one member of the pantry pod. Privates were complaining about floating jars of peanut butter below decks. Lieutenant Anderson was able to catch the little guy in the act. We've since discovered that the pantry pod also has retractable claws, but Lieutenant Anderson only needed 26 stitches and he should be fine. After some preliminary observations, Dr. Sloat has warned us to keep away from unknown pods. Apparently some of those little cuties are venomous. In other news, Lieutenant Anderson's wounds have started to swell and fester. Had to reprimand some of the crew today for going fishing in the river and grilling a few key members of the river pod. For research purposes, I sampled the entree, and those little suckers are indeed delicious. I understand why pod number 2 and pod number 7 would fight to the death just to get a little taste. Pod number 6, known for their layers of blubber, have shown telekinetic ability. Lieutenant Anderson is back in the hospital bay with major bruising after flying straight into a tree at high speeds. To be fair, he insulted their perfectly healthy body weight. One begins to wonder if the venom is affecting his brain. The miraculous man-eaters of Pod 21 are at it again. We all bid farewell to Bob from Pod 2. In addition to branches, the fruitful pod number 10 has started to sprout tiny melons. Since Dr. Sloat isn't sure whether or not those melons are sentient beings, she has forbidden the crew from trying to pick them up and eat them. Recent events have led us to discover that pod number 10's melons are poisonous and unsafe for human consumption. Dr. Sloat is so chuffed by the recent breakthrough. She's forgotten to shout at the crew members for vomiting up a small pond in the sick bay.